Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. So last night was the premiere of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Baby doll, before I get started, let me tell you something. Them orphans over there at Meriton Medicine. Child, I know they sick. First of all, the show was hour and 15 minutes, right? They came on, I don't know what they did, because after their show went off, everybody had gone over to Queen Sheba page because Queen Sheba was interviewing Cynthia Bailey. Baby, and then on Watch What Happens Live, they weren't even talking about the orphans. Child and Phaedra out here living her best life on this. Let's get into the show, y'all. Let's go. Not going to waste time on a lot of things because we already saw the Shamea situation. You know, she's coming home. She's about family. Her home is beautiful. She's a humble girl. She is the glue to these ladies in the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Child, so Drew done let the support in the house, right? She done brought Brooklyn over there to play with Drew's kids. And we find out that Drew and Ralph has been going through this divorce for a year. He has been court ordered to stay downstairs in the basement. Drew cannot even go in the basement. Ralph has a separate entrance. And she was like, I thought he would just be here for a hot second till he got his stuff together since he likes to be in the streets. But he not going nowhere. She said they can't get it done because they can't agree on anything. Child, she don't want no divorce. Because if I wanted to get away from somebody, you can have this house and everything in it. Child, she went on to say that she and Ralph are communicating through an app that is overseen by the judge. So he can see what they say. She says that Ralph likes to tussle in the app. She wants to say certain things, but she's just going to remain positive and, civil and let the judge make the decision. And then so the support was like, what's going on? And she said that I have a show in Chicago and it's for Tank and all of that. And she said, yeah. She said, so I'm working with Dennis. So the support was like, Portia's Dennis? She was like, yes. She said that everything was cool with Portia. And Dennis is like, I'm trying to do this, for my daughter, so we're all on the same page, blah, blah, blah. Let's keep going. Not going to waste any time on this. We saw this early on, right? Portia's on her way to talk to her lawyer about divorcing Simon. Portia really laid it on thick in the beginning of this show. Like the show is good. It's extra. It's extra color. It's extra lighting. It's extra. It's just extra. And I am loving it. But I'm not wasting no time with this. We saw what she talked about in the lawyer's office. So let's keep going. Child, I'm not mad at Kelly. Kelly shakes the tables. She understands the assignment. Now, I thought she was doing a little bit too much in certain places, but she's not afraid to go there. And I'm happy about that. So she said that she will be divorced in 2 months after a 2.5-year fight. And she was married for 11 years and it was a very bad ending. And in 2016, she opened a restaurant. She started a waffle empire. And she said it's not easy raising these girls. She has 4 girls. So they was at her oldest daughter's birthday party. She turned 17. She gave her 17 gifts. She was like, these girls not going to miss out on anything. I did it for her. I'm going to have to do it for the other 3. I like Kelly. I think she's doing a lot, but I hope she kind of evens out. But I like where she's coming from. She's not afraid to shake the table. And I love that. Let me say that this was my favorite part. This is what I want to see on TV. Beautiful women having a beautiful time, having girl talk, doing a little gossiping. You got somebody talking about your friend. Shamea is a ride or die. Because Kelly brought up the fact that Portia took somebody's husband, right? And Shamea was like, wait a minute. I don't think so. She had her back in that moment. Britt was like, she's going to come out on top, blah, blah, blah. Kelly said what she said, and she said it with her chest, okay? But Shamea wants to have a birthday party, and she's inviting the girls. They talk about Dennis, right? Because the word on the curb is he is allegedly going out with Drew. And then Kelly said he got her DMs. She said, Dennis said, ain't no way you don't have 4 kids with a body like this. Like, Dennis, what are you doing? Do you want a peach? Like, Are you peach worthy this year? Because he's got a lot going on with the girls. And we know that Britt went out with him a while ago, not during the Portia era, I don't think. You know, he bought her a necklace. It didn't work out. She kept the jewelry. It is what it is. So like I said, Shamea was like, girl, we going to have this birthday party. I absolutely love this scene. I love this scene. And this was so cute to me, right? Because this is, you can relate to this. This is done every single day when friends go out. Child, so now Portia is out with Shamea. And Shamea has let her know that, girl, Simon texted me this morning and said, good luck with the show, good luck with this, that, and the third, the peach and all that. And she said, bro, I thought we were supposed to be doing this together. Portia was like, he has more to worry about than a freaking peach. And don't refer to him as bro. He's Simon. I felt Portia on that. I'm not mad at her about that. I don't think that would cause any rift. She just letting her know, look, he is not our friend, okay? He's against me. That means you're against him. That's a friend. So then Shamea was like, girl, settle on in because I got some stuff to tell you. She was like, first of all, I was out with the girls. And Kelly was like, oh, you stole Simon from that woman. She was like, I don't even want to talk to her. I don't need that energy. That's how she's starting off. I don't even want it. And then Shamea said, well, hold on. I got something else to say. Child, they got to talk about Drew. And she was like, oh, yeah, I remember that. He told me that. She said, is it something else? Shamea said, Portia said, let me get up my jaw on the floor. Let me pick my jaw up off the floor. Like, what is really going on? This season has legs. I'm just saying. I know it's one episode, but I'm in. So the girls are getting ready. Portia's FaceTiming with Cynthia. She's telling her about Drew and Dennis. And then Shamea asks for Kelly to come over early so she can have a conversation with her. And she sits her down and she tells her that it kind of bothered her for her to say that Portia took somebody's husband. And Portia's her friend and Kelly is her friend. And she just doesn't want to be in the middle. And she felt uncomfortable. Kelly was like, well, I don't want to make you uncomfortable, and I understand. And I love that Shamea is that type of person. Just bring it to me. You know what I'm saying? Don't be sitting there talking to me in a sewing circle. Bring it to me, the person you got the problem with. Let me tell you who needs a peach. Charles Oakley, baby. Charles and Angela got to the house, and I don't know if Angela going through the change, so she was sweating a little bit, the makeup. Charles said, your makeup and the sweat on your forehead is making your wig. Charles said your wig slipping. Child, she done went in the bathroom talking about this glue ain't working. Shout out to the hair diagram. Look like Angela Oakley needs your help, friend. Why is Cynthia dressed up like a 2025 Mary Poppins? Like, I don't get it. Cynthia, where is the long, curly black hair or the auburn hair? Girl, you could do better than this. But Cynthia is very smitten with Shamea's house. And she does seem a little uncomfortable with the girls, but I hope that works out better. You know what I'm saying? Child, and the ladies come out here and we find out that everybody's going through a divorce. Even the support, she is still married to Mark Daly, right? Then she want to go at Britt, talking about Britt rings, talking about she don't have a band. Britt said, don't worry about these. I got one man, one marriage. We still right here together. Worry about your fingers and what's not on them. Child, Lord have mercy. Shamea is the girl. Shamea comes down, baby. Everybody is in white. She's in this royal blue. She says, shout out to my husband. Then we go outside for the surprise. Baby, Shamea has a double R, honey. It is gorgeous. And then Portia comes in late, like an hour or two late. And she's talking about, Shamea, girl, you know, traffic. You already know how traffic is in Atlanta, Portia. This is your friend's birthday party. And from my understanding, you didn't even go to her wedding. So you probably should have just stayed at home. So child, Cynthia has slipped some tea to the supporting person. She has gotten Britt. They sitting down with Kelly talking about Portia's taking somebody's husband. Child, Portia pulls a Mariah Carey. She tells Kelly, I don't even know you. I don't even know your name, your last name, like who you are, what do you do, what are you talking about? So it got a little loud downstairs. The ladies get on the elevator and go to this room. Child, so now we have turned to Drew. And we need to know if Drew and Dennis are dating. Let's talk about it in the comments. Bye, y'all.